Hey guys, it's Dr. Robotnik64. This is another video where I'm going to be playing two games instead of one. The games I'm going to be playing in this video, or rather the games I'm going to be reviewing in this video, because this is a post-commentary video, are Tricky Truck and Goofball Goals. Now, these two games have something in common. They were both released by Gravity Sensation, the same brilliant minds that brought us the game SUMOTORI Dreams. And Tricky Truck is a game that I wanted to play for a very long time, but just like most of the other games I wanted to play for a very long time, I never really got around to making a video of it. And Goofball Goals is, I believe, Gravity Sensation's newest game. Tricky Truck, for the record, is not a new game. It was released a couple of years ago, I think, or maybe even longer than that. But last time I checked the Gravity Sensation website, Goofball Goals wasn't on there, but Tricky Truck was, so the game was probably released not too long ago. But yeah, so these are the two games I'm going to be reviewing in this video, so let's get right to it. So first, let's start with Tricky Truck. According to the Gravity Sensation website, Tricky Truck is a racing game. Not really, actually. It's a vehicle simulator. But yeah, Tricky Truck is a physics-based vehicle simulator. The game is not free. You do have to purchase it. The footage you're seeing is just a demo version of the game. There's 9 different vehicles to choose from. The only one you get to drive in the demo version is the truck. But apparently the full version not only contains trucks, but it also contains rally cars as well. Now, if I remember correctly, I don't think this game was actually developed by Gravity Sensation, but I think it was published by it. I don't know which company actually developed this game. Anyway, we're going to play some of the default levels here in the game. Not all of the default levels are available to you in the demo version. In order to play some of the default levels, you need to get the full version of the game. But the first one is called Warming Up, so basically what you do is that you just drive your truck over to here, over to this parking spot. You need to park all of the wheels on the parking spot, and then you just have to stay there, and there you go, mission complete. And that is the only objective in all of the default levels. Just get your truck to the parking spot and just park your truck there. Now you do need to be careful though, because as you saw a few seconds ago, your truck is carrying cargo. And if you lose more than half the cargo, then you fail the mission. Other ways you can fail the mission are by crashing into certain things, like these weird walls that you see right here, these green ones. Or by crashing your truck into something so hard that it literally disintegrates. Anyway, this next default level is called First Shortcuts. It's pretty easy. You just need to be careful not to fall off the road. Now, of course, because of the fact that it is a truck, it is kind of difficult to steer it, but just drive the truck like you would a real truck hauling something behind it. Take the turns wide. At least, I think that's what you're supposed to do anyway. I don't know. I don't know a lot about vehicles. I don't drive a truck. Heck, I don't even drive a car. I don't even have my driver's license yet. I mean, I am old enough now, but I don't know. Try to get my driver's license sometime soon, maybe. Now, there's also 2 different difficulty levels for all of the default levels. In the hard difficulty, you're basically just driving in a cockpit view. It's actually not that hard at all. This default level is called Reverse Parking. Basically, you just have to park in reverse. It's much more easier said than done. This level is called Death Slope. There's a bunch of slopes, and you have to take them real slow, otherwise you fly off the road. So here's another way you can actually fail the mission. You can just fly right off the road, and as soon as your truck makes impact, it disintegrates. And that's it, and the camera goes crazy for some reason. I mean, geez, these trucks must be very fragile, and actually, if you look at them closely, it almost looks as though the trucks are made out of wood. And also, I don't know what the skulls are all about, because if you go down here, as you can see, there's a bunch of skulls everywhere. I don't understand what that's all about. I don't know why they would have chosen a texture like that for the ground, but anyway. We're at the parking spot, so we just park our wheels on here. You just gotta stop. And also, you have to be very precise with the stopping, because if your car is just like slightly rolling forwards or backwards, then it doesn't count as a mission complete. You have to stop completely in order to complete the mission. If you're getting bored of the default levels, there is actually a level editor that you can use to create your own levels. However, the level editor is kind of difficult to use, and honestly, I don't recommend using the level editor if you don't know what you're doing. And I pretty much never know what I'm doing when I'm using the level editor, so. But there's a variety of menus you can choose from, and I have no idea what either one of them does. So now, in order to finish off this review of Tricky Truck, How's about we play some custom levels that were made using the level editor? Well, maybe not necessarily play them, but watch replays of other people playing them, because I tried some of them already and I suck at them. But here's some of the road trick levels. They are pretty cool though. So this is road trick 12. This is a replay of the fastest completion of the level. This is not me playing, for the record. So you start off right there. You have to avoid falling off the track because it's actually pretty narrow here. You have to take a really sharp turn. You have to be careful because the parts of the track that are made out of wood can actually break apart. Coming up to a jump, but don't go too fast, otherwise you'll fly right off the track. You can lose some of your cargo, but that's okay, as long as you don't lose more than half of it. Yeah, another thing is that the wheels on your truck can fly off. The truck is still drivable when that happens, so you don't really need to worry about losing a wheel because it's not considered a mission failed. I will say this though, the physics on the wheels on your truck are just really weird, like when they fly off your truck. Because once the wheels fly off your truck, they never seem to stop bouncing for some reason. Like, I've had some instances where a wheel flew off my truck, and it would continue bouncing without ever stopping. And while it was bouncing, it would start spinning much faster. So yeah, the physics in this game are a bit wonky, but that's pretty much just for the wheels on your truck, really. The other physics for the other objects in the game are pretty much fine. Anyway, that was Road Trick 11, so you really need to know where your wheels are for some parts of the track. Actually, some parts of the track, especially the beginning, actually kind of remind me of that challenge in the most recent season of Canada's Worst Driver. Like that first challenge in episode 2 of season 9, where they needed to know where their wheels were in order to complete the challenge. And yes, I do actually watch that show. Let's just hope I never appear on that show anytime soon, like, ever. Hopefully I won't, but I can't guarantee anything. Anyway, I believe this is Road Trick 10 here. This road trick level actually kind of reminds me of Trackmania United Forever a little bit, like with all the floating roads and whatnot. Speaking of which, I will probably make more videos of Trackmania United Forever again soon. I did say I was probably going to try to complete the rest of the Nations tracks. Honestly, I don't think that's going to happen because I have no clue on how to complete the I-3 track. I just don't know. Maybe I'll just play some more press forward tracks or some other custom tracks. Anyway, here's the last level I'm going to show here before I move on to Goofball Goals. Road Trick 9, you start by bouncing off a trampoline, and you go into here. You really need to be careful, and you have to brake, make a sharp turn right here, do a bit of swerving, and you've made it to the parking space. I'm just amazing at describing things, aren't I? But I think that's the shortest road trick track right now, but that's pretty much all I have to say about Tricky Truck. It's a physics-based vehicle simulator game of some kind. I wouldn't necessarily call it an easy game to play. It is kind of difficult, but still pretty cool. If you want to download it, the link's in the description. And that's it for my review of Tricky Truck, so now let's move on, last but not least, to Goofball Goals. So this is Goofball Goals. It is a physics-based soccer simulator. Yeah, what could go wrong with that? The game is just as difficult to play as SUMOTORI Dreams, and in fact, the game itself is a lot like SUMOTORI Dreams. Anyway, this is another game you have to purchase, so this is only the demo version. So you can either play against a computer or just simply watch a match. Now, apparently, in order to play the game, you have to press the control key and drag the feet of your goofballs. That's what they're called, by the way. The players are called goofballs, and they sure are goofballs. I mean, they keep falling down all over the place. I mean, look at this, for goodness sakes. They're just, like, stumbling to the ball, like each and every single one of them is drunk or something. Look at this! They're like the characters from SUMOTORI Dreams. In fact, I'd even go as far as to say this game's a spiritual successor to SUMOTORI Dreams. Oh wow, talk about friendly fire. But yeah, this game is pretty difficult to play because of that. So they're all just running towards the ball, I guess. Not really running, but they're just kind of tripping over themselves. They kick the ball, one of them actually breaks the barrier, wow. By the way, you can kick the ball by pressing the space bar. You can also move by pressing the W, A, S, and D keys, I believe. And apparently the Q and E keys also work as well in order to move. So the objective is just to kick the ball into the opposing team's goal, which is extremely difficult, because all of them are just completely drunk off their asses. The entire environment is destructible. Even the goal nets are destructible, I actually found out. So the ball is just lying in a corner here, and they're all struggling to get to it as fast as possible. What is that guy doing? Okay, I don't even want to know. One of the blue guys was just like lying on the ground hugging one of the red guys. By the way, I'm actually playing as one of the red guys. I don't think you can play as the blue guys. I don't think, anyway. Wait a second, that guy was out of bounds. He's not supposed to do that. I like how they're just playing soccer, like, in the middle of a desert. And that they're playing soccer on the only patch of grass in the entire desert. And I think that guy just buried his head into the ground there for a second. Well, match is over. It's a draw because nobody even scored, and they're just holding their arms out for some reason, and they're still falling. Now, as you can see, in the demo version of this game, you cannot change any of these options that you're seeing right here. But if you do purchase the full version of the game, you can change all these options. You can choose to put the timer on or off, timeout in minutes, I guess maybe how long the game lasts for, the team size, so I guess you can configure how many people are on each team, ball count, so I guess you could possibly play with more than one soccer ball, field width and field length, so configure the size of the field, gate width, I don't really know what that is, maybe it's the barriers that you see around the field, and the ball size, so you could play with giant soccer balls, I guess. There is also online play in this game, so you can play against other people online. There's also some settings to configure the game's graphics, as you can see. Now, there's also a mode here called Click-Ass, and basically what this game mode is that it's similar to the hidden game mode in SUMOTORI Dreams. As you can see, there are goofballs everywhere, and if you left-click, you can throw soccer balls at them. Or you could just simply do nothing, which will also cause something to happen anyway, because they'll actually fall off the platform, even if you don't do anything. But yeah, you're just throwing soccer balls at them and knocking them off platforms, so basically torturing them, just like in SUMOTORI Dreams. And other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say about Goofball Goals, because that's pretty much all there is to the game. So that was a review of both Tricky Truck and Goofball Goals, two games that were maybe not developed, but released anyway by Gravity Sensation, the same people that brought us SUMOTORI Dreams. Anyway, if you want to download these two games, the link to the Gravity Sensation website is in the description where you can download these games. So yeah. Also, before I go, I do want to say this. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be making videos where I play two games instead of one very often. But I might still make videos like those occasionally when I don't really have a lot to say about a certain game. Because if I don't have a whole lot to say about the game, if I'm making a post-commentary video of it, then the video is obviously going to be very short. Because when I reviewed the game Gravitron, the video I made for it was only 5 minutes long because I didn't have that much to say about the game. And I usually make my videos longer than 5 minutes, so maybe I could just play or review another game in the exact same video, just to make up for such a short review of a game, like use up the rest of the video's remaining time, if you will. But I'm not sure if I am actually going to do that, but maybe I might. I don't know, let me know what you guys think, but I probably may or may not do this. Anyway, thanks for watching, feel free to like or favorite this video or subscribe, also check out my Twitter and Google Plus page, links are in the description as always. That's it for now, so I'll see you guys in the next video I make. Later.